Yes. Yes, it is. Well, that's a short answer. Streaming has been popular for a long time now, but it had a massive explosion of popularity after the pandemic began, and now there's constant streaming services being shoveled all over the place. But I wonder what what streaming services are the most popular? Well, of course, Netflix, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, all that stuff. But I think I have a thing with streaming services. They're not very good. And I really mean that a lot. Personally, I think streaming services are some of the worst ways to watch movies. Because, you're, I don't know how to describe it, but, actually, I do know how to describe it. I'm explaining it right now. But I personally think that home media, all the stuff that surrounds my TV of my streaming services, is much better than streaming, because I have a few reasons why I think so. So the biggest reason of all is Wi-Fi. What happens if the Wi-Fi goes out when you're watching a movie? And then what? Your movie experience is ruined. And this is especially a massive kick in the nuts, because if you're emotionally invested in a movie, you're really involved in the story, you really are really involved with the story, you're emotionally invested and you're really connecting with the characters and everything that's happening, and then suddenly it decides, yep, no more, no, the Wi-Fi is broken, you can't watch your movie anymore. And I don't like that, because I'm trying to watch a movie, a good movie, a movie that I'm enjoying, and then suddenly the Wi-Fi decides that I can't watch it anymore, and I have to fix my Wi-Fi, and I have to go out of the thing, out of the movie, and out of the streaming service, and fix my Wi-Fi. Otherwise, no movie for you. Now, granted, I would actually enjoy this if I was watching a bad movie willingly, and it was so bad that I wanted the Wi-Fi to break immediately, so I don't have to be subjected to it anymore. So, yeah. So how does it compare with DVD? Well, in all honesty, I think DVD is much more convenient, because the only way you can break your movie when watching a DVD is if you will break the disc yourself. Scratch it, eat it, break it, splooge on it, I don't care. Just, that is how you can break a DVD, because there's multiple ways you can, but DVD is much more of a convenient way to watch movies, because you don't get disturbed by the Wi-Fi breaking, because the DVD, as I'm known, is completely disconnected from the Wi-Fi. So if the Wi-Fi suddenly goes out, then this won't be disturbed. It will continue going, and you'll be perfectly fine. Now, granted, the Wi-Fi doesn't go out often, but when it does, it can really damage a movie experience, especially if it goes out when you're watching a movie. It can really damage your movie experience. It just make the whole thing unpleasant and disturbs you of your movie enjoying experience. So that's why I prefer DVD in this case, where it's more convenient to watch this, especially if you're having Wi-Fi troubles. Or in another case, what if you are, say, searching for something? Yeah, there we go. That's an interesting case. So back in the early days of streaming, there was a lot more variety on Netflix, as movies weren't suddenly all, how do I put it? They were all in the same streaming service, because there was only one streaming service, Netflix. They were the only one, and therefore most stuff that you wanted was on here. Otherwise, it would most likely be on live TV or Virgin Media, per se. So it would be a lot more of a nuisance to watch movies or TV shows, either one, instead of on DVD, where you can just watch it in one go. I don't know what I'm talking about. You see, if you don't know, I just got done with watching The Next Karate Kid, and it's genuinely a horrible film, and I'm still collecting myself of what a film is, but I'm making this video, damn it, and nothing's gonna stop me. Not even a bad movie is gonna stop me. You gotta do a lot more to stop me. Anyways, back to the video. What I was trying to say is that nowadays there's hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of streaming services. So the one thing that you want won't be on the streaming service, and you have to go for another one. And if it's not on that one, then you have to find another one, and then you have to not that one, then you have to go to another streaming service, and then you'll have to find another streaming service just to find this one damn thing. And it can really, really grind your gears trying to search for it, because eventually you won't even find it on anything, because that's just stupidity on everyone's part. It's just bad. Just bad business. Bad everything. It sucks. I hate it. So another reason why I think streaming services... No, not that. Back to DVDs. Another reason why I think this is better in this case is because home media, permanent. You can buy it on DVD, and now you have it forever. It's permanent, and you don't have to give it away, and it won't get taken away from you unless you have an illegal movie, which, if you have that, then oh boy. You basically just have it forever, and you won't ever have to give it away, but even better, you won't have any big company suddenly deciding that you don't get to watch it anymore. And stuff doesn't get constantly taken off over and over again. So I like this. So I like DVD because of that. A lot more than this streaming service. Netflix, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Max. HBO Max. Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV Plus. Every streaming service, they do this. They keep making multiple and multiple ones just because they want to piss people off. And it really annoys me. A lot. Like, genuinely a lot. And I know I'm jumping between streaming service and streaming service, but I honestly just don't like this at all. It's a genuinely massive pain in my ass, in everyone's ass. And they've added Babylon on here. Isn't that nice? Fun. If I was older, I would have watched it, but no. Anyways, another reason why I think streaming services are a pain in the ass to go through is because money. They cost money. They cost a damn lot of money. And they keep adding up the price all the time, and it genuinely makes it a nightmare to use, because that's taking money out of basically everything. It's taking money out of your bank account, it's taking money out of the mortgage, it's taking money out of friggin' everything. And it just is a pain to go through, because you're constantly spending more money on more streaming services, even though I think the 3 that I have is good enough. I can't get any more streaming services, which will mean more money out of everyone's accounts, and it just becomes a nightmare. And I don't like that. So basically, yeah. That's why I like DVDs more, because not only do you have much more freedom to guess what you want, instead of a company telling you what you can't guess or what you can guess, but also it's permanent. You have it permanently. The Wi-Fi doesn't decide whether you continue watching it or not. You have it permanently, and you get it once, so you're not constantly getting charged for everything. But why do I still have all these streaming services if I'm complaining about them? It's convenient sometimes. If I have a movie that's on a streaming service on DVD, then yeah, I'll watch it. But most of the time, if a movie I don't have is on a streaming service, then I'll watch it. But if I do have a movie that is on a streaming service, I'll flip-flop between the two. If I have a movie that isn't on a streaming service, then I'll watch it. Because You know what really also grinds my gears is whatever Netflix is doing, where they keep adding stuff, and I mean adding stuff. Now they add a lot of good stuff, but now look what they're adding: Tom and Jerry, friggin' Tom and Jerry, and they've been adding a lot of other Warner Brothers movies as well, because apparently Warner Brothers can't even keep their own properties to themselves. Movies like Tennis, Mortal Kombat, Edge of Tomorrow, Godzilla, Superintelligence, which is a HBO Max original, mind you, and now this. I'm not mad that Tom and Jerry is being added on here. I mean, that'll add to the list of stuff I've watched this movie on. I've watched it on a website, I've watched it on DVD, I watched it on an airplane, and now I'm watching it on Netflix. Is there anything this movie can't do? Aside from, being great, but that's besides the point. I've already talked about it in a video. So, yeah, those are the reasons why I don't like streaming services, and I prefer DVD over them. Honestly, if you have a DVD player, then just forget about streaming services and just buy them on DVD. Because it'll save you the time, it'll save you the money, and it'll save you the impatience and inconsistencies of using an annoying streaming service that just makes people angry, makes me angry, and it's just inconsistent and it's just annoying to use. And it makes you impatient and doesn't value the viewer or the person who purchases it. They just want money, and that's it. They don't try. They don't do anything. Plus, originals just sucks a lot. Like, there's not a lot of good originals, and they just make them just to, cash in on other stuff. And a lot of originals on all three streaming services, especially Disney, just suck. Sucks. They suck so much. But anyways, that's my fun rant on streaming services. I hope you enjoyed the clip of Tom and Jerry while I shake my camera around like this. I know this video is very bad and low quality, but honestly, this is just the best video to make after watching the next Karate Kid, because damn, that movie can go jump down a hole. It can drown itself. It can pour itself with gasoline and blow itself up, because it's an atrocious mess of a film. I'll give it a 2.5 out of 10. I know this should turn to a review. This is just a cynical video about capitalism now. It's just anything. It's anything but a good video. I hope you enjoyed this rant about streaming services. I just wanted to get this out of my system, because it always happens. Make sure, this wasn't like a great video or anything, but I just wanted to talk about it. A fun little thing to talk about, and set in between my actual good videos. Or lack of thereof. Just videos. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this rant about streaming services, and make sure you like and subscribe for more crazy rants and tangents, and goodbye.